Good afternoon, church. This is Randy. I just want to share a scripture with you tonight. And there was a great service last night in many ways, but one of the things we did last night is Miss Carla shared Psalm 16, and it was really cool. As the worship team went from song to song, she mixed in verses in Psalms 16, and it was just really great. And I just want to go to the last verse of that chapter and talk a little bit about it today. It's Psalm 16:11. It says, "You will make known to me the path of life. In your presence is the fullness of joy. In your right hand there are pleasures forevermore." And I just want to talk about those three words that start with a P, the path of life. And really another word for that can be the way of life. And as we know in John 14:6, Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. And in presence, the presence is fullness of joy. You know, we know what joy is. The joy of the Lord is our strength in Nehemiah 8:10. So we can choose as we're going into this fast season. Let's ask the Lord to just move on our hearts so much that we choose the way of life, the path of life. Because it says in Matthew 7, Jesus says that the way of destruction is broad and wide, but the way to life is narrow. You know, I thought about it's like a secret path to the presence of God. Isn't that cool? We can choose to take the narrow path to life, or we can go along with everyone else. We can go along with the world and the crowd, but it will lead to destruction. So let's let the Spirit of God move on our hearts and choose life. The last word in that scripture is pleasures forevermore. You know, in your right hand, Jesus has pleasures forevermore. And you know, in Hebrews 11, when it talks about, that's the faith chapter, and it talks about Moses as he chose to endure ill treatment with the people of God, rather than to enjoy the temporary pleasures of sin. You know, sin does bring pleasure, but it's always temporary. It never lasts. That's why people go back to it, like drinking. The pleasure doesn't last. It's just but for a moment. And that's why they get addicted, because they have to continue to do it because it doesn't last. But the pleasures that Jesus brings to our life is forever. Can you imagine just enjoying the pleasures of Jesus forever and ever and ever? So today, as you're considering going into this fast, let's think about the path and the presence and the pleasures of Jesus. Choose the path, the way to life instead of the way to destruction. And let's choose to find that presence of God, the intimacy with God that brings joy, a joy unspeakable, that brings joy, the joy that's the strength of our life. Also in Exodus 33, the presence of God brings rest. And in Acts 3, it talks about the presence of God bringing a refreshing. So we can choose to have the joy, the rest, and the refreshing from Jesus in his presence. And in pleasures, let's choose the pleasures of Jesus in his right hand that is forever and ever and ever. Thank you very much. We look forward to praying with y'all and enjoying this fast together. God bless.